Hi guys, welcome to Airborne Aviation. Today we're going to be looking at PFPX and how to add an aircraft to the database, how to plan a flight, and how to export a flight plan. If you're new to PFPX, this is going to show you how to do the basics, and if you're slightly more experienced and want to learn some of the more in-depth stuff, I'll be covering that in later videos. So first, how to add an aircraft to the database. Well, first we go up the top here to Aircraft Manager, Aircraft Database, and all of these here are my current aircraft in the database. But to add one, you just hit New and New Aircraft. And here you can choose the registration. So I'm based in the UK, so it'll be Golf, and just make something up: Uniform Tango Bravo Victor. Okay, now the type of plane I want, I'm gonna add a, let's see here, a 747. It's a good idea. And then you could change the engines. We're gonna be we'll stick with those engines. Doesn't really matter. And the weights here, you can change from kilograms to pounds. I know in, for example, the 757 in X-plane, they only accept pounds, and that's very annoying if you plan in kilograms, because you can't enter any of the values and you have to convert them all. So if you want to change to pounds, just hit pounds there, and that just applies to that aircraft. And then meters and feet, so usual. Empty weight, fine. And then that can all stay the same. However, if you have an add-on like the iFly 747 or the PMDG or Aerosoft perhaps, you can go New Aircraft and New from Template. And PFPX comes with a number of templates that supports these add-ons. For example, here you have the Aerosoft A320 and A321. You have the iFly 747. For some reason they got a million 747s here. And then you got the PMDG stuff as well as the quality wings, and a number of other different add-ons. But those are the top there. So if I want to go the iFly Boeing 747, let's go Rolls-Royce, and let's go 374 seats. So if we press apply, all of these weights, all of these units, they will all be correct for that aircraft, so you won't have to worry about anything when you get in the aircraft. So if you just add the registration, Uniform Tango Bravo Victor, you just press save and save aircraft, and there you can see it's added to the list. So once you got that, now it's time to plan your flight in the 747. So we're going to close this and we're going to press add flight. And here you need to use the airline ICAO code. And so for British Airways, as what we'll be doing today, it's BAW. And you can just look those up online. I just normally use just Wikipedia. And the flight number we're going to say is 32. And it's going to go from London Heathrow. Again, the ICAO codes of the airports, and you can look those up online. We're going to go to Kennedy. So John F. Kennedy, KJFK. And the type of flight is a long-haul flight, a long-range flight. The type of operation is a scheduled air service. That doesn't affect anything, it's just nice to have in there. And the commercial flight number for British Airways is BA 032. And then you can set the date of when you're planning to fly. Obviously, the closer to the date that you plan to fly, the better PFPX will be able to give you a route based on the winds, etc. And then the standard time of departure and the standard time of arrival, and the estimated en route time. So if we set the standard time of departure to, let's say, 7 o'clock, you can see that the standard time of arrival also changes. And now we need to head down to the registration / tail number. And this here is going to tell PFPX what type of aircraft we're going to do it in. So we're going to do it in the aircraft we just created. Here it is, in the 747. So I'm going to click that, and then we just need to hit save. And then it'll come up here in our schedule. I like also to get a world map up to see where we're going and to see our route. And to do that, just head over here to world map, As that pops out, I can just press pin, and that's just going to pin the map there. And so here's the top bar. You basically, for planning the flight, you'll do everything through this top bar. So now we're going to go plan flight. We're going to random payload, find destination alternates. It's already put in a route for us there. However, if you do not like this route for any reason, you can choose to find the route in upper airspace. This already is in upper airspace, so that's not going to change. However, you can also choose to find it in lower airspace. And there you go, that gives you a new route. However, it's a long haul flight, and so unless you want to be flying at underneath 20,000 feet for the duration of the flight, which will take considerably longer, you want to use upper airspace. Perfect, and this will allow you to fly higher. And the routes here, if you want to edit the route, what you can just do, say I want to go direct to DCAS or DCAS. So I can just take that out, press direct, or type direct rather, and press build route. And that there will put in the route. However, I liked the route that we had, so I'm just going to upper airspace that, and that'll change to Upper Lima 18 to DCAS. Then in the alternates, here it's obviously got a route for you and the destination alternate. You can change these manually, but I've just done it automatically through PFPX. Okay, next we're going to need to compute the flight. So we just click the compute flight button, and there it all is. So there is our track messages. So these will tell us what track we're taking. Any NOTAMs around the airport. These are normally quite a long list. Gives us the weather for the departure airport, the destination, and all the alternates. Air traffic control. If you were using air traffic control, this is the route you'd file here. And all of these else tells you where you're going and how you're going to get there. For the flight plan, this here is the flight plan part of it. This is the bit I love. I think PFPX have made it so realistic, this flight plan, and I just love it. And so here it tells you all your waypoints and the oceanic entry. If I'm correct, this is actually a new feature to PFPX, this oceanic entry, which is really nice actually. And here you go, here are all your waypoints. And the wind information for the climb, different points along the way, and then during the descent as well. So that's all very good. What's also nice is that you've got your route up here, and so had you need to put in the flight plan manually, you can just use all of this. Okay, and more importantly, here is all your fuel that you'll need to enter. So the trip is going to take 6 hours 37. That's actually a really short flight time from going east to west across the Atlantic, because normally the winds are not favourable. We're normally always flying a headwind, and it normally takes about 7, maybe 7.5 hours. So that there is a very good flight time. But the amount of fuel you're going to release with is slightly more, so you have enough fuel to get to your destination. So you have your takeoff weights here, your zero fuel weights, and your landing weights. And obviously if you're printing it out, you'd sign this as the captain to show that you're happy and familiar with the flight plan. Okay, so now we've got our flight plan. It's here on PFPX, but now we want to put it in the aircraft. So what we're going to do is first of all, we're going to release the flight. Okay, that means we're about to fly it. And then we can either print it. Now the first thing I do, I print it actually to a PDF printer. And what that means is that I can have the flight plan on my iPad while I'm flying. Very useful. And so we're not going to print it today. We are just going to export it. And to do that, we hit export, and then you have a number of options down here. I use Active Sky, and so I always put it in my prepared folder. And to do that, you just click prepared, click browse, and then find your prepared folder on here. So I would go to this PC, new volume E, and head down to Lockheed Martin. It's somewhere here. It is, I promise, there it is. Lockheed Martin and P3D. Hit OK, and as you see, that comes up there. Very nice. And now, this is the iFly 747 we want to export it to, so we're going to uncheck Eversoft. That was my A320. And now we're going to tick the iFly 747. And to do that again, we hit browse, we scroll down to our P3D folder, go to iFly 747, nav data, flight plan. Hit OK. Then if you press save, it should say 2 routes saved. Okay, and they will go green, which is good. So that means you've got a flight plan, and you've exported it to your aircraft. Okay, next episode we're going to be looking at a little bit of the more in-depth features of PFPX, including how to use Topcat and Topper, and a number of other features PFPX can do. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more, and send me a comment if you would recommending anything that you think I should do in the future. Okay, thanks for watching guys, bye bye.